They're going to go for the defensive side. You know, you wanted it. But, you know, listen, they're trying to win this bad boy. So I respect it. Speaking of trying to win it, they're trying to change up the compositions as well. They're going to have Sinatra not playing on the Phoenix, but instead he's going to be playing the Sova. It was a little bit like a Wardell situation almost.
Yeah, I think... Ooh, hello, shut the door. Add enough of that. This is such a weird round. Can we just appreciate this is just a really weird round? We just got like the gun train running around the map towards A. It's kind of hit the end of the destination and has been told no. Okay, so I'm going to talk about this map in a more kind of general aspect, I think. To start with is that I think Sova works very well here because information is key and rotations are incredibly important, and you've got a lot of wallbang potential in it. And they've got a breach, so I don't really mind. It's actually very good to force an operator off an angle in choke points. So again, I actually quite like the Sentinels roster on this one. On the other side, Reyna. A little interesting to see how that plays out. Again, the Lear can work very well into quite open spaces too, so maybe mid controls on the forefront of their mind. But yeah, this map, I think, between these two teams, we're going to see who's putting the most work early on. Sinatra, there's the wallbang that I'm pretty sure he just pulled off potentially.
Yes, he did. That is why. Okay, so I don't know if you've been watching Sinatra lately, but he's just become very obsessed with just wall bangs. He did it a lot during Twitch Rivals, and I thought, you know, it was just because he was memeing. But then he did it for T1 Nursery Gamers as well. And that is something that Sova is great at. Getting information, putting arrows in just really annoying spots, and then waiting for that silhouette to pop up and going for the shots. And Sinatra is so good with these LMGs. He also does this on Haven with an Odin. It's just frustrating to play against because you think that someone's going to be memeing on you. You think you're just clowning, but he's not. Like, this is 100% his strat, and it kind of works.
I don't doubt it. I've seen it work. That's it. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, cool. I guess the Overwatch player's picking weird guns, but he actually does really well. And that's just like the elitist idiot in me.
I mean, gosh.
Look, I can't help it. All right, I gotta hold on to some.
I just didn't know you CS PUBG casters were just so
We're
hateful.
Horrible.
You know?
We're horrible. Have you met the players? Can you imagine what it's like being a caster of that game? Have you seen our audience?
Yeah. I know, and then you cast with Sims too, which is just like...
Look, it's hard work. You know, it's kind of like a community service. I feel it's nice to kind of do outreach in the community once in a while, help those. You know.
Oh my goodness.
No, I love working with Rich. I'm kidding. He's my favorite ginger person in the world. But yeah,
you only know like 2, right? So that works.
I actually only know 1 really. So it's a pretty easy title for him to win.
Just a good job. Good job there.
Yeah.
Samantha.
Yeah. Here we go. We get to see the wall bang. If anyone dares to peek. Like, who put that little drawing on the wall? Whose drawing is that? That's one thing I want to find out from, like, Riot. Who did that little doodle on the wall? And they're like, yep, that'll be the wall you can wall bang. There it is.
Little subtle details, right? That they put into to help players out. Actually, I'm kind of a fan of it. Not coming from a tactical FPS background, coming from, like, more arena-style FPS games. It's something that a player like myself can certainly appreciate. I also appreciate the finals that we've managed to find ourselves in here. Sentinels are going to be up 2-0 on Ascent. They chose defense first, and so far it has certainly worked out for them, but this is going to be the gun round. Everyone does have their weapons. And here comes the push now. Caboose with the Lear. The Lear can get shot down quickly, and that's part of the reasons why I'm just not a big fan of the Reyna here, but Finesse, maybe he's going to continue to follow up on what he did in Haven before, but Sick also looking to do the same thing. Sick has been a dominant force in this team. I think everyone's talking about Shazam or Sinatra. No, we need to talk more about Sick. He lives up to that name.
No, and there's Sinatra with the weird buy.
Wait, what does Sinatra have? He brought the Odin?
I think it's an Odin, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sure
that's what I'm saying. It's gonna happen.
I know he's gonna do it a lot, and it kind of especially works against these sort of rounds. But no, you're right. This is the map that will highlight those rocks as well. It's interesting to see the Cypher playing on A as well for a defensive team and having Sinatra as a specialist almost by B because he's doing this sort of stuff. Mid pressure coming through though, and that's not too surprising, but Zom's actively playing it is quite surprising. Normally you'll see players back away from it. He does not see the opponent. Nice work from Zoms to hold the deeper angle, and this has been a shutdown, but they have had success over by towards the A site, but the spike is way far back.
the thing about mid holds is that you can play back on Ascent. You can play back on the defensive side. You can also take that cubby. I have way more angles in mid. It's just because you have so many angles, it's annoying to play, which is why you'll sometimes see players just not even opt to go for those and play back on the defensive side, not even just try and push this one out and force the issue. Zamzo, a great kill onto Finesse. You know that he's going to be kicking himself for that one. Mummy grabs the spike. Maybe he makes a play happen here on A site, but you're going to be dealing with 2 players left alive here for Sentinels, even though the Omen is weakened.
Don't feed. Just chill. Wait for that spike.
Now I know how your games are when comms. You're just saying, don't feed.
I don't
Please
say
don't
this.
Feed.
I don't say it out loud. I say it internally and then become passive aggressive about my teammates' choices down the line. Like, hey, that's why you don't pick those big guns. Apparently, it works. That upsets me so much. Do you know how upsetting that is? Do you know how Mummy feels right now?
This giant gun just sticking out. Sinatra thinks he's so clever.
He still wins around.
He's still won with an Odin.
How can I be mad at it when it works? But my heart also just like weeps in like, you know, the beauty of the rifle and the operator. And he's just there with his Odin, just like Odin go burr, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like it's just.
But look. I remember when we first got invited to try out Valorant, and a bunch of casters, players, streamers, all these people got invited to try out this game. And one of the things that Riot said, and I agree with it, right? They don't have to subscribe to what Counter-Strike did entirely, right? Even though it is an inspired game, they can actually make these weapons useful and make them effective. And players like Sinatra are exploiting that. I actually think it's fantastic. I love this approach here. That said, though, Sick is going to go down. That is going to hurt them without a doubt. They'll march onto the B side. Dapper with 3 kills. Zoms is picked off in the back. Sinatra just continued to shoot with that Odin all over the place, but unfortunately, actually does not stay alive is Akis. Dapper with 4. Maybe he gets the ace here.
Mummy has been seen. That camera's really nice, by the way. Make sure you check it out. I think there's a couple of sites I'll show you. It's nothing like unheard of, but you can see the information you're garnering from it. Poor old Mummy's going through all the motions. He's doing everything right. And they know absolutely bloody every bit of it.
I think he knows it's there. I'm like pretty sure he knows it's there. He just can't quite find it. And he's going to get tagged. And there he goes. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no! Oh, my God! Everything about that was amazing. Everything about that was Valorant. That was Valorant.
But honestly, terrific item uninstalled. So this is the game where you've spotted Sinatra with the Odin. You're about to shoot him. Old Mummy, poor old Mummy, right? He's on 0 to 5, and think about the last 2 ways he has died. He almost killed Sinatra, seeing that stupid barrel of the stupid gun, and then Sinatra just bangs him out. And then the poor guy gets tagged by the dart, tagged by the flash, tagged by. It's just, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Man, this game
so
is brutal.
Foolish. That just the aftershock, the camera, the nerdy camera position, the fact he had to take the item out, he had to take the dart out. It's just everything, and then the op shot too. That's so good. Anyway, well, onward now to this next round of play. And Shazam might actually get a few of them with that tremor. Finesse, kill on to Zoms is going to be pretty big. Here comes Sinatra looking to just burr his way to victory. He's on top of the scaffolding. Shazam identified one. He's going for it. He dives in, and look at Shazam. Caution to the wind. Sends it out there into the world. Ask and you shall receive. Calypso picked off as he tried to make a flank play happen. Maybe Finesse can do so. He's got 25 HP in a dream. But dream over. Sinatra at no point was threatened because he had more bullets. He had more bullets. This is amazing. This is amazing.
Okay, look, some of you out there has got some potential to use like meme templates. Can you just do like, you know, crying CS player saying, you know, the Phantom or the whatever is an accurate gun, and then Sinatra on the other side saying Odin go burr. Can someone do that and tweet at me and Goldenboy if you could? Even tag Puckett if you
That'd be
really want.
great.
I mean, he's just chilling out. Apparently he gets very he's having his dinner, he's having a nice time. But yeah, we'd really appreciate that. And here it comes again. And it could actually, but even if they bait in, oh look at this, look at it, look at him.
A little bit to the right, man. Just a little bit to the right. That's all you got to do. All right, well, they hold him off at least for a moment, and just to look at the nerdy angles that he's getting with the shock arrows too.
He is a sweaty boy, and I like it. I honestly, as much as I'm like, being flippant about it, I absolutely love seeing it. Be creative. I've casted the same game for the last like 5 years. I need something new, and this is definitely exciting to watch. I understand the hype, but for now, there's been some awkward scenarios that have occurred that meant they've lost that player swinging through mid for the attacking side, so that spike's a little far back here. And with Sinatra just throwing utility in, keeping them wall banged, it's been really tricky for them to find a way forward. But Reyna might be able to get a little bit of work done. Ooh, on the swing,
so
Caboose
close.
has a chance. Oh dear.
So close there for Shazam. He got the first blood at the beginning, and it created this kind of stall that we're starting to see here. Now they're going to push on forward. So both Sick and Sinatra are going to go down. Shazam's going to be blocked off from the smoke. Dapper on the flank. And then you're going to have Zoms over by defensive side too. They're going to wait for this smoke to come out. Two players all the way back in the boathouse. Here comes the Hunter's Fury, connects with Shazam. He knew exactly where he was going to be located, so his opportunity for movement very limited. Finesse waiting for anyone, waiting for Zoms to just get cheeky. I don't know if Zoms wants to risk it for the biscuit. Perhaps Finesse is going to go for the poke first. They're going to have to move eventually. So I think Finesse playing this one patiently is great, but Zoms waiting for the entry frag, even better. Gets one kill, so you'll take that. You'll be happy about that one. And I don't think he'll be able to get out of there with the op fast enough. Nope, he will not.
Ooh.
And two players actually ended up dying there. No one, only
lived.
Dapper.
Wow.
And he gets an op? No, didn't go for it.
Doesn't need it. They can buy on their own. I think they're probably towards max cap money, so it's not a bad idea for them to rebuy it so they don't cap out on the high end. Yeah, I mean, excellent exit frags. So yeah, even though you give up a round, you're going to keep the economy pretty humble. And what are you giggling at now? What are you giggling at? You're just happy?
This goes here.
It's never going to go away. He's just going to pick it every round. All right, I've learned to accept this. You know, that's just what it is. It's not in my power to change it.
Molding Counter-Strike caster.
I'm absolutely molding. My hairline is running away from my eyebrows. We are at a pause, if you haven't realized. 19 seconds. God damn.
We're having fun. I don't know if other people are having fun, but I'm having a blast. This is great.
It's a good time. We're just slowly losing our minds. Maybe not even slowly at this point. Map 3 has definitely been a little bit of, my brains kind of seeping out through my nose. But it has been a great time. Shazam going to take the fight towards middle. Might be able to connect on the first, but I'm looking to see if maybe the Omen puts a smoke down or a Paranoia or two. Who knows? So we'll see how much success he can potentially have.
I believe this Brim is going to go and poke that. Thankfully, that smoke came out. Dark cover to block mid. Shazam's going to go all the way back on defender side. Great call there. Zoms is going to teleport, it looks like. And Shazam already. Shazam with 2. Sick does go down. But Sinatra found Caboose around the corner. He was spamming through the wall. No one's going to be inside of that main room, but it is just painful to watch this. Together We Are Terrific just crumbling because of this unorthodox play from Sentinels. Gun to gun, though, Finesse, who has been a superstar this whole time, continues to live up to that. 2 players left alive, though, for Terrific. One going to be on site is Dapper, holding down
Where
A.
is that spike?
Yeah, the spike's going to be in lobby. Don't worry about the spike. We don't concern ourselves with that. Objective is... They got time, I think.
Look how paranoid they are. They have no idea if someone's pushed up and seen this. It's going to take him a long time to get to that site.
He has 100 bullets. Everyone will be paranoid. He just holds down the trigger. That's it. That's all he needs to do. Oh, look at Sinatra. Sneaky boy. Oh, sneaky boy.
Revealing area.
And he's got his recon dart back
There
again.
they are.
If they cross, they're gonna have to cross. Oh, they're gonna have to cross. They have no chance. There's only a few seconds remaining. Brr, right through, but he actually is gonna go challenging him with the classic tap, and that is gonna do it. Oh, the tactical crouch. It's a part of the game.
It's 100 rounds, a jumping pistol.
Yeah, that's
Goddamn.
Sinatra. You had to see him. You had to see him in Overwatch. Guy was crazy. It was crazy stuff.
I'm in two. My mind and my heart are in
Right
two
here.
different places. You know, like it's exciting to see,
Right
but
here.
then it's that little bit of a purist.
Right
I'm
here.
like, you know, I liked seeing the beautiful, finesse of just the AKs, as they make them work, and the brilliance in the control of the Phantom, and then as said,
Fair,
Sinatra
fair.
go burr. But it is fun to see an adaptation, something new, something different, something I've been long awaiting for as well. So credit to the man for innovating in a game type that has been done to death. And now again, looking at this, sadly, Akis already going down in front of Finesse 2, having to watch his teammate fall. This is looking a bit brutal, isn't it?
It is. Now, you something to keep in mind here, right? I do think that if I want to see Sentinels do this against a TSM or T1, right? Not to knock Terrific. I'm not trying to do
Yep.
that, but if you take this Sentinels and have them go up against the Ignition Series TSM that slap T1 on this map, I think I don't know if he'll be able to have this much free reign to do what he's doing here, right?
No, they won't be able to get away with the same sort of thing. I think the punishment individually is just too high. You can try and implement it in small ways for sure, and like one-off rounds
Oh my
here and there.
gosh.
I
mean, he's got 100 rounds. He just goes and shoots. That's it.
Goes and shoots.
He just goes and shoots. I mean, the bullets are going to go exactly where you need them to go, right? And this is great. Oh, Shazam, though, was a little short to the right on Caboose. Lined up that shot. Now they're going to try and entry this out, but look at the paranoia slowing them down. Zoms is going to be tucked away in the back. They saw where he was, so they should be able to deal with this. But
dear.
Zoms gets 3 kills. Mummy finally shuts him down, but here comes Sinatra with 100 bullets and all of the ammunition necessary. That is going to be a big round win for them. And also, someone did in fact make the graphic that you were asking for on Twitter. My Twitter literally just refreshed in front of me, and I saw it. I retweeted it. It's amazing.
You're perfect. Thank you, Rez, for that one. You are literally my
Rez K
MVP.
Fish.
You're outstanding.
Eyes up.
Shout out to you, my dude, for that hard work. Oh, good God, that's excellent.
Revealing area.
And I don't want to make light of it, but I think also let's kind of call it what it is. Filth,
Sweet
absolute
Lord.
unadulterated filth is what it is. Terrific have had a hard time. They're hating. I bet you they're hating every moment of this. If you're a competitor and you're just being bullied around, you're being pushed around, and I
Yeah.
think some of the way that Mummy lost some of those rounds was so harsh. You know what I mean? The camera, the shots, the wall bangs, everything. It's been brutal. So it's hard to get out of their mindset. And honestly, looking at this as well, for Terrific, they look like a team that thrives in more pug-related maps, potentially, your kind of binds, your havens. And that's nothing, there's
Yeah.
no discredit to that. I don't know how much time they've had to put in on this map. Do they have the same sort of depth to go to on this? Do they have the same way to approach the game? I don't think so. And it's not a bad thing necessarily to have a limited map pool. At this point, it's still early. They're not, one of the big teams out there. They did make it to a third map, though, in a grand finals against someone like the Sentinels, which was like the headline team for the start of this game, aside from Brax being picked up. So credit to them for that. I want to take nothing away from their performance. We can meme out about it and what have you, but this has been a very good tournament run for them, even if this final map is not their best look.
This has just been an off game, if I'm being honest with you. When you have someone like Sinatra, who has been owning with this weapon and seemingly just has free reign with it, it's just frustrating. Like, what are you really supposed to do against this, right? But look at this here. Finally, some life is going to come out of Terrific as they will take control of the A site. Sinatra's still going to be left alive. He's shooting so many shots at this freaking guy. Doesn't get the kill, though, because he was going to be behind the safety of that metal. He's going to go in instead for the Hunter's Fury. Does he get any damage done? Does actually deal some damage. But Caboose comes out to the side. His reign of terror is over. He's shooting the bodies. He's letting them know he is not happy about his decisions and his choices in life. But now, Pansy, can they do it on attack? They have quite the buffer to work around with.
Yeah, I mean, this is the problem, right? You then talk about unforced and forced errors. It's hard to do that when you have 2 rounds to spare on it. No matter how good the team is, it's why there's been very few comebacks of this magnitude. Historically, especially, you know, in other games similar to this, it's very tricky to do. Even with the economy system, everything else, it's tough. It's not impossible, but it's very, very tough. And it's like every other time we do this, it's got to start with that pistol. They don't have time to not get it. So I'd say this is do or die time for them. This is the big deciding factor of do they pick this up? Is it over and done with, or do we have a competitive game here?
I'm not going to count Terrific out of this quite yet, even though the score line is 10-2. This is a great roster. They've had an incredible run here, the 100 Thieves Cash App Gamers for Equality tournament. Still going to be a slow start, though. Watch out for that cubby. The Omen's going to be located there. They got to check their corners, which they are able to do so. And then just even though the paranoia was out, the help from the recon dart helped so much. Now one player's going to be tucked away in the back. They're just going to go right for it. Sinatra dives in there. Caution. He doesn't care about it. Spike is down now. Look at this shot, though, from Sick. He'll get the shot, and then he'll plant the spike. He'll do all the dirty work. He'll heal his teammates. But it's not over yet, though. Calypso trying to work the angles along with finesse. That dark cover is going to prevent them for quite a while. There goes the smokes. The dark cover's out, but they're going to have to move through this one. Zombs waited for him. That was going to be both Dapper along with Zombs. Sick with the kill. Sticks to kill. There you go. I found the word eventually. And that is 11-2. These 2 pistol rounds are so important for Terrific that losing them both puts them at match point. And then you're just back against the wall the entire time, Pansy.
Yeah, it's a hard scenario for them. Again, I think when you kind of get to these moments, to keep your focus is incredibly tricky. It's going to be a bit of a test of how far they can go, if they can do a bit more damage. I do feel as though the Sentinels simply have a deeper map pool right now, and this is certainly something within their wheelhouse that they're happy to run. And we're going to see that probably come through here. Already a couple of tags going down, but Sick this time on the receiving end. Got to be a bit cautious with that. Luckily, does have the self-heal, so gets himself back feeling good about everything.
Out of charges.
Well, let's see here. Mid open and available. They've taken this. One player is going to be lingering back toward the defender side. They also have the Sova hanging out back. This is going to be Akis. If they cross this, he might get 1 or 2 taps. He's got this lined up. But they wonder if you check this corner here. There you go. So wall placed is going to give him access right to the red room. Mummy goes down, and B site's going to be open. The panic is going to start to set in here because this is it. You lose this, and it's going to be match point, series point, tournament point, point everything. They got B site owned. 2 of the cyber cages are down. Sinatra with an Ares. This guy doesn't care about your rules. He's going to do whatever he wants to do here, Pansy. And he's just continuing to shoot this one through. Dapper going through his own cyber cage with the ghost. And this now just comes down to 2 players. Scratch that 1.
This is all but over. They know where the final... Oh, Sinatra gets him too. This is it. This is the one that's going to be hard to shake. That feeling... At a 12-2, after you fought so valiantly on map 2, you come into this and what are you meant to do? You got overrun. You got kind of beaten into your own games. You got Sinatra doing this. Should we have a round with Sinatra? If he gets even close to a player, please just give us this dirty little gun. But I do want to highlight Dapper as well.
them
This
off.
is a map where you've got to give credit to your players on your ciphers. They are your backbone. They are your rock in this. And right now, Sinatra looking for a way forward. Already Caboose going to find Shazam though, so nice bit of success elsewhere that could maybe create an opportunity or at least help him out, as we do see the lineups coming out from Sinatra.
Okay, he found the right bird that he needed to aim at that time, and he is able. I think he did some damage. Yeah, he did. That was wait, no, never mind. I thought Mummy was the one that took some damage on that one, but instead I think it was going to be the Omen. He died over on the side. Sinatra with the Odin through the smoke. He just started spraying, hoping that someone was going to be on the other side of that. Also was going to get the, I think, a tag. Yes, he did. Half health there for the Brimstone. This is it. Match point. 2 players left alive. Sick gets the res there on Shazam. And they're going to be tucked away in the back here. The Brimstone just holding on for any hope that can come his way. Maybe it's going to be Finesse. All alone, though. Pressure's on. He's back sight. Gets one. Calypso. Sinatra spraying away. He's got 63 rounds to work with. Sick manages to pick off Finesse. It's all going to be down to Calypso. A Sheriff versus an Odin, but the Odin is going to reign supreme. And that is going to do it. Sentinels win